Hello, good evening. This is Ajit, and today I come with a new topic called system registration. So here in this small session, we'll see how many different ways are there to register a machine, a server into a SUMA to manage. Right. So in a SUMA, basically, we have there are a couple of ways available to register a machine. The first way is we can see through GUI. So meaning is that you can go to your SUMA machine, and then you have option called bootstrapping. Need to log in again. So here I can simply write the host against which we want to do this registration, the port number, the name of account, the credential, the keys, activation key that you want to apply. uh, and then click on bootstrap. So that is one of the first easiest method of bootstrapping or registering a machine. And that method is good if you have a small number of server, but let's say you have a 20 or 30 different server, then in that case it will be very tedious to perform this operation via this way. But yeah, if you have a couple of small chunk of machines, so I think that is a good way. So yes, to register a machine, this is one of the graphical method of adding a machine or registering a machine into a SUMA. The second method is via register via bootstrap. So meaning is that here in this method we don't use GUI, but we create a repository manually, right? So to create a bootstrap repository, we have two different ways again, right? So if you look into this section, create a bootstrap. So here we have a process like you have to go to UI, then click on admin section. There is a manual. Click on bootstrap script, and there is a bootstrap strap option dialog box. You have to choose how you want to register. So you know that there are two different type of client: traditional client and salt based client. So if you are working with SUMA, SLE 12 or 15, etc. So salt is one of the good method. But if you are using you know uh, slash 11 or little older, then a traditional method is there. So here you have to decide how you want to do this uh, registering process, right? And the best part with this second method is you have a control over your bootstrap, meaning is you can change the parameter based on your requirement, whereas in the first method you have seen that you don't have any other option except to define the some specific thing and then trigger it. But in bootstrap, this one second method, which is little bit different than the first one, where you need to create a bootstrap script first, make some necessary changes, and then run it. So if you read some line from the beginning, so registering client via bootstrap script, the second method, give you control over parameter, and you can help if you have to register a larger number of machines. So you can simply create a one script file and pull it or push it towards the client. So if you want to register a machine sitting from the master, sitting from the SUMA, then you can just simply push it. If you're sitting on the client side, on the other side, then you can use the pull method. So we'll discuss this in later part. So okay, so that is how you can generate a bootstrap script file, right? And then the file will be there. The file will automatically position under in this location. So you can either make the changes directly into the primary file, the original file. That is the one way. And the recommended method is you can copy this default this script file with some meaningful names so that you can identify and make some changes into this script. So this is a default bootstrap file which you can use either for SLE 15, SLE 12, etc., etc. Right. But the changes that you are supposed to apply are, you have to define the activation key, because definitely the SLE 12 has a different activation key and SLE 15 has a different activation key. And before going down into this process, you have to have a key first. So you have to make sure that you have created a necessary system group, you have activation key already created, the key is already there. Then in that case, then after you can go to this process and make this modification. So you can see in this file they are trying to elaborate these things. So went into this file and there is an option called activation key. So write a correct activation key, because you know that activation key is a key, it's a token basically which is going to register your machine, and it is also allowing you to access a specific set of channel packages, system. There are a lot of things which are associated with this activation key. So you have to choose the correct activation key. And yes, if you want to make some other modification, you are very much, you are free to do that, right? So let's see how to do that. Yeah. So once this file is ready, once you have, once you have created a system group, that is first step. Second step is you have created a activation key. Third step is you have followed this process, right? And you have a file ready, you make the modification, that is the third step. The next and last step is you have to go to this location, because the file get automatically stored under in this location. So you have to go to this location and run cat space the name of file, ssh, and the name of client machine, the machine that you want to register or bootstrap. So in my case, maybe pc1.example.com bin bash. So that is how you can register a client, or client of course, into a particular server. The server can be your proxy machine, the SUMA proxy, or the SUMA itself, right? It depend on okay. So that is how you do that. So originally it is a 3 or 4-way process to register a machine. So let's see how we perform it. So yesterday, if you remember, okay, so this is a SUMA, right? And if I go into system option, I can see how many machines do we have. So in the last video, if you remember, the we have created, we deployed a proxy machine with register and under in this SUMA, which you can see here. Now it is a time to add a machine into a proxy, right? So picture is like if I oh, power PMT. It's not power PMT, it's MS Point, MS Paint. So in my past video, I have created a one SUMA, right? And I also have one proxy machine. So this is the SUMA4, right? SUMA4. And that one is a proxy machine. So SUMA proxy. Now it is a time to add a machine into a proxy. Right. And proxy is a relay basically, right? It's a caching server. So the first time definitely it will forward your request to the server, right? But the next time if the proxy receive the same request for the same package, definitely it will respond from the same the same server, right? So it's simply a proxy server. So it is going to keep your transactional things into a their cache, right? So SUMA proxy is originally running a Squid server inside, and all the patches or all the things are going to store under in varlib and Squid, right? So now it is a time to see how we can add a new client machine under SUMA. That is what the whole object of this session now, right? And these machines are connected. Yes. Okay. So back to my machine. Let me show you something. Where is this minimize box? uh, okay. So close. Mm-hmm. Close. And this is my admin machine. Okay, so I'm still in one of the KVM box. I'm looking for. Okay, let's close it. Okay, again. I'm trying to find the place where I can minimize my this VM. Why not I choose? Okay, actually I wanted to show you the VM that I have. So meanwhile I can reboot a machine because I don't need this machine for next 2 minute actually. So it's admin machine. So password will be, I think. Okay, cool. I think will be interesting. Yeah, this is somewhere here. Please. Mhm, mhm. Oh, anyways, so this is my admin machine for accessing the server through the browser. So it's not a special machine, just a simple machine to administer a SUMA. And that is a proxy that we done this yesterday. This is a machine, EX machine running a DSCP, DNS, NTP, and SMT server. And that is exactly a SUMA one. So we have a SUMA and proxy. Now it is a time to add a new client. So this is the SLE12 SP4 machine that I wanted to join under in proxy. So okay. So this is one of my machine, client machine, and I think the password is Linux. Interesting. So let's log in with ex admin maybe. Yeah. So let's close all other machines. Yeah. Admin machine, let it on. Close this proxy one because I will use the SSH connection to move around the machine. So okay. So log in. Yeah. Having said that, if you are using a GUI, you don't need to create a bootstrap repo. But if you are using a different way, meaning this one, the bootstrap through script, then yes, you need to create a uh, bootstrap repo. So repo need to be created only if you are using a other two method. If you are using a graphical method, you don't need to uh, create a repo. So okay, so different user. We are sorry to what happened. Even I need a GUI, so I think it is up. Yeah, it is up. So we are sorry. Close this. So we will improve. Okay. Okay. So I'm in my admin machine, right? So let's start the process. So to register a machine using a bootstrap script, very first you need to go to your SUMA machine. So my SUMA machine is this is the one, right? So when you go into this folder srv triple dub htdoc pub and repository, you can see currently I have a two subdirectories. Just give me a second. Let me check. Someone is texting me, I think. Okay. Okay. So yes, you can see currently we don't have any bootstrap script here. We need to create it. So to create a bootstrap script, there's a command called mgr hyphen create bootstrap repo hyphen l for listing. So here I can see I have a three different product. The one is RHL7, SLE12 SP4, and SLE15 SP4. So here we have to choose which distro that we want to use to generate a file, the repo file, the bootstrap file. Sorry. So run this command mgr hyphen create bootstrap, then enter. So when running in this interactive mode, we'll get a prompt for the distribution for which you want to create a bootstrap repo. So if I want to create a repo for the SLE12 SP1, so press simply the particular number, the serial number 2, and it is going to do everything by on. So I have a two different distro. One is SP4 and SLE12 SP4 and SLE15 SP1. So we need to create two repo file. Why we are creating repo file? Because we don't want to use the graphical method of registering the client, right? So when I create ls command here, you can see SLE12, yeah, and here we have a repo, right? So okay, let's do this again for third SLE15. So we are creating this repo, which is now created. You can see, right? So the first thing is done. The second thing is we need to have a correct or system group and the activation key also. So let's go back to the graphical box to create a SUMA-SRV. Because the process is same for version 12 or 15, so I would show you only with version 12 only, 12 SP4. Process is completely same. So okay, add, yes, we need to create a activation key, and we can do this through the command line also, but we need to remember a command. So space walk is a command, so space cmd enter, and then you can press the list. So let's check this, so that if you people are interested, then you can but I need to go to my suma-srv. Okay, so space walk, space tab space cmd, and it will ask the username and password of this. Yeah, so suma admin, and the password is exadmin, if I'm not wrong. So yes, I'm inside of this command line, and here you can see we have a list of different commands. So to create activation key, blah blah, you see. To be honest, I don't remember the exact command to create the activation key through the command line. So you can see add a channel, add config channel, add a package, making clone, creating activation key. This is the one. So let's say if I have to use this one, so I need to press -H. So this is the syntax, meaning you have to write the name of key, description of the key, the channel that you want to include into this, uh, set the key as a universal, means everybody can use it, -e space enterprise entitled or virtualization host that you have to specify. Yeah, so I'm not going to do this the command line, because I have the graphical box. So suma, yes, and login. Let's save this. Suma, yes, the password is not a Linux, exatmin. So update it. So yeah, so the first thing is done, the repo is created. It is a time to create a system group. So go to the system option, there's an system group, create a new system group. So group is a, I mean, as the name says, it's a group of systems. So you can point or collect the same nature of servers into a same set of group for managing easily, right? So let's put some name, 12 sp4. Let's make some description, system group whose members are SLE 12 sp4 servers in the engineering group. Just create a group, right? Uh-oh, what I did, don't know. That was suma-srv. http, uh, Why this? Why this? Why this? Which machine I'm in? I'm inside the base machine, but I has to have inside the KVM one. So this is not the KVM one. I need to go to my work manager, and there is an admin one. So I think accidentally I minimize this. So okay, I don't know what happened last time, but yeah, I have my machine with me. Uh, now let's manage the display. Quit. Maximize it. Okay, so now look better, I guess. So where I was here in the box, and I made my key. This next and last step is creating a activation key. So click on activation key. So there are three steps mainly: creating a repository, making a system group, and then this creating a key. So write a name of the key. Let's say, for example, activation key used in bootstrapping the SLE12 SP4 servers in the department. Key name can be anything. So SLE12 SP4. Make some logical names so that you can identify, because key contain a lot of things. So a wrong key may lead you a wrong direction. So uses it's for unlimited, and the base channel, because it is a SLE12. So we don't need to use this RHL1 or something else. Use to the correct one. So SLE12 pool, yeah, this is the one, right? And here we have a child channel. So uh, you can choose what you want. So let's make this all, right? So this is the SLE manager tool one. The second one is update, and this one is SLE12 update particularly. Okay, so I have checked these all child channel, and in the last you can click on create, right? So once this key is created, the key does not contain any information about system group. So click on group, and then click join, and choose the system group. So what happened when the client use this key to register themselves? The client will automatically become a part of this group, right? So the key contain the name of group also. So now it is a time to go to the proxy machine. So on the server side, SUMA side, we have done these three steps. It is a time to go to the proxy, because we want to join this client under in proxy. You know the situation. We have a two different site. One is on the site A, and the second is in the different site, which is site B. And the client is physically residing in the site B location, which is quite far. So on the SUMA, you have to do these steps. So okay, so proxy1 dot lan30 dot example dot com. Yes, yeah. So we are logged. Now go to this srv dub htdoc pub bootstrap, and here I can see one Python file is there, right? So now we actually have to create a script, right, to use those activation key, right? So for doing this, you have to run create manager bootstrap basically, right? And then activation key, you need to choose the same activation key that you have created on the server side. So you have to have activation keys here. So click in which activation key I want to use. Mm, so this is a description and this is the key. Yeah, this is the one. I was shocked to see this long name as key, but that is the correct one. So this is a proxy. This is the one. Okay. So put the key here, and what else? Host name of the machine, the proxy machine. So ex hyphen proxy 1 dot lan 30 dot example.com, and then the name of a script. So the name of a script can be anything. So in my case, let's say bootstrap engineering sli 12 sp4 dot sh. Enter. Interesting. So yeah, we need to ignore this thing, right? Okay. So now I have a key. I mean, the bootstrap script is created, right? On the server side, we done the repo, right? We have a repo there, but now we have this key available, and we can read this out what is there. So that is where we have more control while registering a client through the script, because here we have a set of options, set of parameter that you can pass, you can control, you can change, right? So let's say yeah, you can see organization gpg key, you can change it, you can make some changes, fully update this box, yes. If you make it yes, why, oh, sorry, one, then the machine, whenever it get a new patch or update, will automatically disable local repo one, which means the client will not use their local repo in order to install anything. So there are a couple of options that you can modify. That is where this picture, this need comes into play, right? So it's a pure script based thing. So yes, we have this file ready. It is a time to 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 use it, right? So okay, so let's should I change this name? We don't feel any need to change this file, because the file is have a correct activation key. Let's check it. This file must have activation key. So this there must be a variable here which has this key. Oh, because we are using a different method of doing. If you see here, then this is the file. Okay, just give me a second. So yes, as I said that this file has the activation key. The file also has the host name against which it is going to register, and there are some couple of other options like some certificate RPM. So organization CS certificate. We have SSL 1 and the register this box 1. So yes, we don't need to make any modification here. I'm simply, yeah. So this is the file, and this is the final step where we will use this script to add a machine or register a machine. So how to do that? Simply you can run this cat space bootstrap, and then the machine name root at. So my machine name is lan 30 hyphen ex hyphen day one dot lan 30 again dot example dot com slash bin and bash. So you can see this is the whole name of my uh, yeah. So this is the one, lan 30. So when you check the host name of this machine, ex admin, and terminal. Yeah, you see lan30-ex-day1 dot lan30 dot example.com. So that's a whole fqdn. Okay, so click enter. It's saying that lan30.ex.day v1.lab. It's a lab or lan? It's a lan. Yes. The password is exadmin. Yeah. So in the last you will see bootstrap complete. So if everything going good, then so that is the second method we are using to register machine. The last method is the manual method where we go to the client machine, add a repository physically by using zipper AR add repository. We'll make some modification into salt client side, and then we'll use some command to register. So that is the third and the last way of registering a machine. So yes, that is done. So when you go up to the client, go up to the GUI box, the SUMA side, under in the key section, there is one pending key. So yeah, it is a key. This is the one. So when I click yes, you see this is the machine. Click yes. So clicking yes takes 10 to 15 seconds to complete the other stuff. Just come back to the system option. There's a system list, and here we can see the machine, the server. As I said that it takes some second to complete the yeah, it is now here. So yes, machine is physically registered successfully. Okay, anything else? So I clicked on proxy machine. Inside the proxy, there is an proxy tab. So this is a machine working inside the proxy, because when you come up here now, you can see there are two machines, but you know that this LAN30 machines working inside the proxy. As per the picture, if you look into there, the client machine is registered under proxy, right? So how to know whether this is inside a proxy or not? So simply you can go up here and select your proxy machine, right? And then check into a proxy section, and you can see this proxy server contain a one single server as of now, which is a salt based. You use the salt to register the machine, right? So that's all about this registration process. We'll come up with the third last method of registering a machine using a uh, manual. So closing it.